Hey book besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyan and this is Kyan is Booked. And today we're going to be doing the 24 books that I want to read in 2024 challenge. The challenge that I told myself I wasn't going to do this year because I have never actually finished it. But then I started seeing everybody's videos and the FOMO got to me. I'm not going to lie to you guys, the FOMO got to me. So I have a list of 24 books that I'm going to read in 2024. And I was actually pretty strategic this year in how I chose them. Like you're gonna see Jess and I and our book club, The Good, the Bad, the Smutty, we've already picked everything through March. So those books are on this list. Different video projects that I have, those books are on the list. Books that I am planning on starting at the first of the year in the list. And books that I know that like I'm committed to because like there's some type of project around them. And then there's a couple on here that like there is no project, but you know, like I'm probably guaranteed to read the books. So I was just a little bit more strategic this time around in choosing them. I am not going to go too far into each of the books. Some of them, I'm going to be honest with you, I put them on the list, but like, oh, and I'm doing the 12 books in 12 months, like 12 recs by 12 friends challenge as well. So all of the recs that I already have for that are also on the list. So, and I haven't looked up what majority of these books, circling back to what I was originally saying, I haven't looked up what the majority of these books are about. So really, I'm gonna rapid fire them really quickly. And to top it all off, when I was making this list, I just turned around in the bookshelves behind me and started looking at the books that like I hadn't read yet to see what I could add to my list. So here's hoping that this is a year that I'm able to finish this challenge. It'll be kind of fun when we get into like the 30s and the 40s because is that even realistic? But for now, 24 books is, you know, kind of a fairly realistic challenge. So we'll start at the top and work our way down. I built it based off of the books that like I own and or that I've borrowed from the library. So yeah, if I could stop saying so, that'd be cute as well. I digress. The first book I would like to read is Roman by Sophie Lark. So this is part of her Underworld series. I've read both Ivan and Snow because those were the two recommended to read before you started Kingmakers after Brutal Birthright. So Roman is the third book in the series. So this is the next one that I need to read. I don't know. She wants revenge against Roman, and that's all I know. I do love like the Hot Man covers. Like Sophie Lark is just so good for covers like this. So Roman's one of the first books that I would like to read. Well, not one of the first books, but this is the first book on my list. I didn't really plan where I'm going to put these when I'm done, so I'm gonna have to do quite the little lean here. Okay, next up is gonna be Dom. So Dom is gonna be the fourth book in the Underworld or Underground series. I can't remember what we're under, but it is also by Sophie Lark. And this is gonna be the next one in that series as well because like I said, I've only read the first two and I would really like to actually complete the series. My Hostage, Her Secret, Our Enemy. So it's a little bit of kidnapping. We all know I love that. So, like to read this one. What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler. This is because I want to read more QB Tyler and it's also for a secret video project that I have going on. So I do want to read this one. I know that it has like daddy kink. It has like all the steamy goodness that QB Tyler's known for. At this point in time that I'm filming it, I haven't read anything other than QB Tyler's novellas. So I'm interested to read like one of her full-length novels because I hear nothing but amazing things about her, like as a person, but also as an author. Next up, our first book club pick. This is gonna be, we're reading this one and then book 3 for February for The Good, the Bad, the Smutty. So this is Sanctuary by Rebecca Weatherspoon. I've read the first book in the series. This is her Beards and Bondage series. First one was hot, so definitely excited to hop into this one. Next up is going to be The Silver Swan by Emma Jones. I have never read anything by this author. I've been wrecked her multiple times and she's ended up on a lot of my lists and she's one of the authors that I just haven't ever finished. And by that I mean I haven't even actually opened the book to get started. However, this is also going to be a part of a video that I'm working on as well. So I was like, two birds, one book, let's go. Our January book club pick is Vicious Buns by Shanora Williams. I've read one other Sonora Williams, actually. It's called The Coach, and Justin and I picked it for book club pick as well. So we're coming kind of back, circling back around and looking at another Sonora Williams book. I told her we should just read her backlist at this point, like Buddy read the rest of it. So I'll let you know how that goes, but we'll be reading Vicious Bonds. I really love this cover. I do know it's a trilogy, so I'm interested to see kind of why. Because I always wonder like why you choose trilogies over duets, over standalones. So very interested in reading this one. Next up is Balance by Lucia Franco. I believe the majority of us in the romance community have heard of this series. It's very taboo. There's a lot of feelings around it. I'm not going to go into like all of it, but I do know that it's a coach and his gymnast. So it's 5 books? Yes, 5 books. This is also going to be featured in a video as well. So obviously I had to put it on the list. I just got this in the mail the other day and I'm so incredibly excited about it. But The Puck Secret by G.N. Wright. So this is the Fit Teacher Rachel special edition and the blue is just so cool. My ring light is giving. I haven't read this one, but obviously it's a hockey romance and it's kind of like really blown up recently. So it's on my list, it's on my TBR, and I was like, let's just go ahead and add it to the 24 and 24 challenge. This is the back. And it says, she's the mayor's daughter, he's the captain of the hockey team, and they hate each other. So like forbidden and enemies to lovers plus hockey. Very excited about it. Yeah, okay. So next up is Poison Roses by Tate James and Jamin Eve. I've read both of these authors and I've been meaning to pick up this is a 4-book series, Rockstar Why Choose Romance. I just haven't, it was on my 23 and 23 challenge. So now it's on my 24 and 2024 challenge. Yeah, so I would really like to read this book and then obviously continue on in the series, but definitely at least get to the first one. The next one is going to be Pucking Around. I'll put it right up here. This is the December book club pick for The Good, the Bad, the Smutty. However, it's like 600 plus pages, so I'm not going to finish it in December, but I will finish it by the end of January for the live show. So that's why this one is ended up on here, and it's a Why Choose Hockey romance. And actually, like, I live in the city that it's kind of like based in, so that's pretty cool as well. Next is going to be the Jasad Air. So this is kind of probably coming out of left field. I actually just picked it up from the library today, so I'm really excited it made it in time. And it is written by Sarah Hassim, and I'm going to Google that to make sure I'm actually saying it correctly. But this is also for a video that I'm doing. I'm going to be reading a select chosen group of books from the 2023 Goodreads Romantasy list, and this book actually made it, and it's the author's debut book, so I'm really excited about it. I checked it out and that's going to be featured, so I thought obviously it has to make it on the 24 and 24 list because hello, I'm going to be reading it. So excuse me, I don't know. The kingdom of Jasad was burned down. She's a queen in hiding. She has to come out for her enemy, etc., etc. Basically everything I know and love in a good romantasy. Next is going to be Wolf Hunger by Paige Tyler. So this is book 7 in the Special Wolf Alpha team. This follows Max and then Lena, who's going to be his one, aka his fated mate. This is just a continuation of a series that I'm already in the middle of. Really enjoying this series. I love paranormal romances and I love anything having to do with wolves as well. So very excited about that. All right, so that's it on the physical books that I have with me right now. So yeah, okay. Next book is going to be The Last Guard by Nalini Singh. This is a part of the Psy Changeling Trinity series. I am 3 books behind right now, so this is just the next one that I haven't read. I don't know too much about it. I just know it's going to be 2 anchors working together to save the Signet and everybody who's a part of it. So Nalini Singh has never steered me wrong, and I've never been upset about any type of book of hers that I've read. I actually really want to start her other series. Sorry, I need to take a drink real quick, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I hit like the 8-minute mark of talking and my throat just can't handle it. So I really want to read her other series. It starts with Angel's Blood, the Archangel series, I believe. But right now, like, I just want to get caught up on the Sight Changing series. She's never steered me wrong. I love her as an author. This world is so intricate and just so interesting to read about, and I'm really excited to go back. Her Wild Hero is going to be the next one that I'm reading by Paige Tyler. This is her X-Ops series. I believe it's X-Ops. So this follows Declan and Kendra. And Declan's like literally been pining after Kendra for like 7 years at this point. And he finally gives up on his crush only for Kendra to realize that like the man she wanted was right in front of her the entire time. So really excited to get into this one. I'm like, this is the other series from the Wolf series that I'm reading from Paige Tyler. I discovered her by like literally just walking around in my library, and there was like a whole shelf of her books, and I was like, might as well read them. And here we are. Next is gonna be Rushing In by Claire Kingsley. So this is book 4 in the Bailey Brothers, I believe. This follows Gavin. I don't remember who his heroine is, but I do know it's Gavin's boss's daughter, and Gavin's the youngest of the Bailey brothers. So that's pretty much all I know about this one. I adore Claire Kingsley's Bailey Brothers series. I'm actually halfway through Evan's book right now, having a miraculous, wonderful time with the family Grump and the Lone Wolf. So I'm just kind of really excited to continue in the series. It is a small town romance, and what's really interesting about this is like the weird feud that's going on between like the two high-powered, the Baileys, and I can't remember the name of the other family, but like they've been feuding back and forth for like generations. Nobody can tell you why. So this is Gavin's book. I would like to read Gavin's book in 2024. State of Suspense by Marie Forrest. So this is going to be book 7 in the First Family series. So this follows Sam and Nick Capano. I really hope I'm saying that right. Even if I'm not, I'm keeping it. So I read the Fatal series last year. This follows them as a couple, like while he's a state senator and she's a homicide detective. And then he takes the position as vice president for the remaining 2 years of the current president's term because the previous vice president gets sick. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the Fatal series, the president dies. And then obviously we know the vice president takes over. So then the First Family series is him finishing out the term of President Nelson, which was the president before him. So I have no idea what crime Sam will be solving, as she's still working as a homicide detective, even though she's the first lady, which I think is kind of cool. So I don't know what crime, I don't know really what's going on, but like, I'll be reading it. Next is Butcher and the Black Bird by Brynn Weaver. I don't know why I was so specific in saying that title. I have no idea what this is about. I've just seen it around. I've seen it really hyped up. Jess and I chose this as the March book club pick. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that out loud yet. Like, all we did was text about it. Like, we haven't actually announced it. Anyway, it's going to be the book club pick, and if you happen to see it here first, then you heard it here first. But I don't know much about it. I'm really excited. All I know is it's about serial killers, and I'm in. Heavenly Bodies by Amani Arui. I didn't say that right. I know it's a debut book. I know that it is like romantic-y. That's pretty much all I know about it. It's actually the first book on my 12 Recs from 12 Friends. So that is gonna be something like I have the goal to read in 2024. Next up is gonna be A Soul to Keep by Opal Rain. Just wrecked me this book, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a very wild ride. I know she's posted a lot about it this year. She really enjoyed it. We have similar tastes sometimes. So I'm interested to see how much I do or do not like this book, but I'm pretty sure she got it in one. Next is gonna be A Little Complicated by Kelsey Ray. I don't know anything about it. Rye, she wrecked it on Instagram. It's another one of the 12 Recs from 12 Friends. So we'll see. She said like in the comment box when she wrecked it that she cried. So maybe I'll save it for when I'm feeling emotional. Next is gonna be Start a Fire by Jay Wolf. So Jen from the book Refuge. She's a huge J. Wolf fan. She told me to start here. So she recommended this to me, and I'll be starting there. Next up, highly anticipated. I'm almost like scared how much I'm anticipating this book, but it is going to be House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Any of my Sarah J. Maasters out there know that the third book in Bryce and Hunt's trilogy is going to be released at the end of January. They were left in a very precarious situation at the end of House of Sky and Breath. I am both so excited and terrified to read this book. Like, I probably won't read it at the end of January because I'm rereading the entire Maasverse before I get to this one. But I'm interested to see how everybody feels about it. And I'm really hoping like nothing gets pulled nothing gets pulled over our eyes, and like it doesn't end up being longer for Bryce and Hunt, because she's always said like their story's a trilogy, and then others will be she's gonna keep writing the world, and like others will get their happily ever afters. It is Sarah J. Maas, but I just need Bryce and Hunt to be okay. All right, that's just all I'm gonna say on it. All right, Throne of Power by Rena Kent. This is, so I've been doing, I'm rereading Rena Kent's backlist in publication order. I'll link the first video up there just in case you haven't seen the series. It starts with the Royal Elite series, and Throne of Power is the next duet after the one that I'm currently on. Knowing that I'm gonna be doing it for a video series, I added it to my list because I was like, hey, like this is something that I know I'm gonna read. Next is going to be Wicked Surrender by Heather Long. Heather has so many. I'm so excited for what she has planned for this year, because guys, like I am a huge like Heather Long fan. Like I mean, she's one of my really good friends, but also she is just an amazing author. And I know what she has planned because most of it she's announced. But also too, like if you read bonus scenes, like you get hints and stuff. And I've read all the bonus scenes and I'm just like I'm so excited for what she's gonna put out in 2024. Like it's just gonna be what a year. Okay, let's just put it like that. So Wicked Surrender is gonna be book 4 in the Bay Ridge Royal series. I actually have a reading vlog for book number 2, Battle Lines. So I'll link it up here. It's such a good series. Like, why choose? I don't want to say gangster, but like very much like mafia, old money, like rich people drama, and like all the kids are kind of caught like in between all of it. She should end up before. Yes, and there are already 2 front runners for me. I'm sure the other 2 like I'll like them by the end of it, but like really there's only 2 right now that I'm like, but Wicked Surrender is gonna be book 4. I can't wait for it. And rounding it all out is going to be Coach by Devony Perry. So last year I started reading all of Devony Perry's backlist, and I actually was pretty proud of how far I got. I only have the Calamity Montana series and then some of her standalones. So I'm just going to cough in every video. Anyways, so Coach by Devony Perry. I haven't read that one yet. It's a standalone as of now, but I think when I went on Amazon the other day, it showed that there's going to be another book, whatever. But it obviously has to do with the coach of a football team. That's pretty much all I know about it. However, it's a Devony Perry book, so I'm anticipating that I'm really going to love it, because I have had the best time reading her backlist and going like, you know, into these small towns, like meeting these families and really starting to like be a part of like the worlds that they kind of live. I love, and I can't say enough about how much I love the worlds and the families that she creates, and even the friends that like are a part of those worlds. Okay, so those are the 24 books that I want to read in 2024. And like I said in the beginning, I try to make it as manageable as possible for me. Books that I know that like are involved in reading vlogs I have planned, like book clubs I have planned, because really I've just picked like a bunch of random books these past couple of years, and well, we all know why it hasn't gone very well for me. But here's hoping that when I see you guys at the end of 2024 and I replay this video and my face is down in the corner and I'm like, yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that. Not like, oh gosh, not again. But that's all I got for you today. So tell me down in the comment section, do we have any similar books or any of the books on my list, ones that you've already read? Like, comment, subscribe so you can see what craziness is going to come out of my channel next. And as always, I hope you're having a wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.